back into your
Ooh,
nooks.
and
Just
he'll
hold
hear
on
you
tight,
on my mic.
okay?
What do you think?
Handcuff yourself to the radiator so you can
Give it a
pretend that
shot.
you have your hand up, please. Look, Gigi has been punching me in the balls.
Great time.
Gigi, what's up? You got your hand up? Yeah. Relax. Gigi.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Gigi.
Thank you, God.
Hey, yo. Hey,
Gigi.
yo. I can't believe I'm in the live stream and the host is not here. What's happening?
Whoa. What?
That's
what?
crazy,
What?
dude.
I thought we were waiting.
I'm
Nope.
the host of this show now. I am the host of the Espresso Shot. Thank you, everyone, for coming to my space.
I can't even mute her.
Nope.
Can't even mute
Can't
her.
do it.
Okay, but on a serious note,
done her own face and had to do it through Bing Bong, aka Hype Hour, aka whatever new name they're trying to do now. And then she all of a sudden switched to another account, and she was all. I mean, she
watch
cooked that
this.
spaces though. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's mute Sansa on the live stream so he can keep talking in the space, but then nobody can hear him. Watch, go ahead. You can talk. They can all hear you, but nobody can hear him on the stream. Go ahead. Oh, nice.
Over the last week, to a
I'm
Colombian
in
billboard.
New York City. I'm here. I don't know until when, and I want to do a meetup. So if you're in New York City, hit me up because we're gonna do the best meetup New York City has seen.
Congrats, Gigi.
I'll hit
me up.
Yeah, Zimmy,
DM,
you're gonna have to go through her
DM.
Savannah to meet up with her.
Oh, Savannah. Yeah, I'll hit her up.
Yeah.
Fucking Savannah, dude. Fucking.
Why Savannah?
Also, Sansa, don't stay on the west side.
I think it's Savannah.
That's the
also.
worst advice ever. Stay central.
No, bro, it's a long fucking story.
Yeah, nah, manga. All I'm gonna say is you got to go back to Monday and listen to that. It's literally the first, like within the first 20 minutes.
He's not
space.
going, bro.
I know he's not, but I have a feeling there's
Gigi,
at
they are
least
so
two
rude.
listeners in the audience who
They are
will,
so rude.
Like out of the
They are.
out of the
They won't.
60,
Speaking
out
over
of the
a woman on
60
their
plus
own live
people in
stream,
here, I'm
not
feeling
even
we could convert,
listening.
like just two.
I don't know what to do.
I can't hear anyone, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, well, look, if we have time, we'll tell the story
hold
before we switch over to the live stream. Chris, I didn't realize you started the live stream already. I thought we were waiting till
Chris,
till
what
1.
the fuck? I'm joining. Where is it?
It's in your DM, bozo. I sent everybody. Waj got the invite.
It's in your DM. Check your
Josie
DMs.
got it. Everybody got it.
We talked about this. We weren't starting to stream until after the spaces.
No. Transition from the space. So it's like it's 90 minutes of a space. And look, Waj is here, not on camera as always. I think he's LARPing as Waj, but he's actually just like a little dork who's not a lawyer and doesn't look like Robert Downey Jr. So there's probably that. No proof of Waj. But yeah. So I don't know. I don't really follow rules very good. I just figured it'd be better to do an hour of the space uninterrupted by video. And then we do this little merge thing for 20-30 minutes where we're talking on the space and the video live stream. Why? Because we can and nobody else can. Because they only have bozo gear, not good stuff. But we can because we got the good stuff. And then we say, if you don't want to join us on the live stream, then go ahead and fuck off. And we're going to be there having fun. And the only place to hang out and chat with us is on the live stream because the space is over. That was my thought.
Real quick, Sansa and Chris and Shotgun just have to go to the gym.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
So have a good day.
Yeah, no. Go gym, as Waz would say.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
I gotta
Meow, meow, meow. Leg day, let's
Jesus
go.
Christ.
I'm sorry. I know I wasn't called on, but Jim was said and I had to do it.
Yeah, no. You had to do it. You had to do it. And I can forgive it. I can forgive it. Especially with how aggressive you did it compared to how you usually do it.
God, just load already. Holy fuck.
Jesus.
Can I join the live stream?
Why is my name Zim?
Okay. Yes, Mongo and Zimmy, you can join the live stream. Although Mongo, I'm not sure how waterproof your camera is, so you might want to look into that first before you actually join the live stream, since you're always in the shower. All right, we had a lot of hands up, and then the hands came down. Now here we are. Zimmy's on the live stream now. So what's up, Chris?
I was telling Zimmy he can't mute you because watch Zimmy talk. Say something.
What's up, baby?
Baby
Shark do.
This is so weird. This is
No
too weird
control.
right now.
No,
I
off
don't
the
know
rails.
what the fuck is happening.
Completely.
Completely off the rails. Now all of a sudden, this is not the right space to be sleep deprived at. And it's time to just turn around and floor it and get the fuck out immediately with haste.
Yes, Stone with the hand up. So I feel like we're in good hands.
That's
good.
fucking debatable. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, look, some of you might be wondering, hey, Sansa,
These guys refuse.
why are you doing live
Refuse
stream
to let
only?
me do this.
Why not do both? I know none of you are wondering it, but I'm going to say it out loud as a little bit of a disclaimer anyway, which is simply that going half-ass on Spaces and while going half-ass on live stream just wasn't it. Because the thing is, and the reality of it is, moderating and trying to bring the entertainment value on Spaces while being entertaining on stream just ain't the same unless you can somehow hook up your phone right next to your camera without looking like a dumbass. I got news for you. You can't react or do any of the shit you want to normally do during Spaces. So that's why we decided to switch to a post-show live stream only, where we just kind of highlight some stuff, talk about some shit, screen share, and we keep it short. If you end up loving it so much that you want it to do more, then we'll explore that when we get to it. But for now, it's 30 minutes, hard cap, in and out. You can vibe a little bit. You have some fun. You don't have to worry about reacting. You can engage in the chat. We'll go back and forth. OG is punching everyone up here in the balls, waving at everyone, going, oh my God, please, oh my God, pick me, Dad, please. I'm so tired of standing here without talking. Oh my God. Sorry, I had to. Anyway. Why? Even got over there watching it live. You know what? It's over.
Thank you for the warm intro.
I'm going to go ahead and unmute.
Thank you for the warm intro. Zimmy here.
Pillow. Just put it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it under my ass. Is this better?
Yeah, way better.
This is dope.
Oh my God.
But now I can't hear anything on the Spaces.
Well, then listen to your computer.
Yeah.
Either way, we're just cutting off OG. No big deal.
Anyway, I was just going to say good luck not looking like a dumbass on stream. That was it.
Thanks, little Bo. Appreciate you. Let's take it over to the next little Bo. OG, look. What's good, baby? How we doing?
The fact you just glucked on a space is crazy. I just want you to know that. But Sansa, I have an actual real question for you. Now, I'm not trying to roast you. I'm trying to actually ask a question.
Sounds like you're gonna roast me.
Why the fuck are you streaming, bro?
Here we go.
Genuinely, if it was me, I would just level up the Spaces, get a roadcaster or something. You're streaming, you're taking the nichest part of fucking Twitter and you're making it nicher by streaming. I think that's crazy.
Wow, I've been wanting to say this for a while. So,
do you want me to ground him?
Give me a second. You can ground him right after I say this.
Yo, shut
what
up, man.
a fucking horrible take for.
Damn, you cut his goddamn mic out.
Oh my God!
It would be a good question though.
Nietzsche of part of this shit. Nietzsche. My God.
He said Nietzsche.
I almost can't get the words out of your mouth.
Bro, instead of screaming, tell him why you think otherwise.
Yeah. What, bro?
If you can't refute the take, that means I'm right.
No, I can. Give me a second. I got
Bozo take.
Child abuse at this point. He was fucking yelling, bro. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, bro. You're telling me. I'm almost scared to dig in. Look. I'm not gonna say another look because then that would make me that guy. But point being is this. The reality is you cannot level up on Spaces alone, and there's only so much you can level on just on Spaces, and that's the harsh reality. Because OG, think about how many other people are doing Spaces at the same time as you. Think about how many other people are streaming at the same time as you.
Come over to the stream.
And think about your audience that you're bringing to the table, right? Whether you are streaming, talking about the same shit, or whether you are interviewing. And for you, an interview stream would do really fucking well, especially with the people you're able to get in touch with. And I know the IRL thing is much more in your advantage, But you could try to kind of call it in and be like, hey, like we'd love to do another interview and follow up on stream.
Josie, you got to say something that makes
we'll be
OG feel dumb.
20 minutes in and out.
Make who feel dumb?
OG,
because that's how you really are going to level up.
He'll be able to hear you through my face.
To me, spaces
okay, ready?
so much more supplemental than anything else. To me,
meow meow meow
of something bigger. So
kitty paws.
I know you want to chime in here, Chris.
Kitty paws, meow meow meow.
What the fuck was that, Chris?
Is Josie on stream right now?
Maybe. I am on stream.
Or is that Gigi?
I'm doxing. You can see me.
Doxing.
I have my webcam on.
I almost can't tell if it's real or not.
Oh, it's real. I'm looking.
Chris can see me.
That tone, though, Jesus! I'm gonna be blushing. I'm gonna turn my camera off in a second here. OG, you're all the way bozo. But I love you, little kid.
No, bro.
All right, wait. Hold on.
Real quick, son.
Oh, I got it working.
Okay. So this is how we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna roast. We're gonna do the roast in order. Shotgun can go next. I know he wants to roast OG a little bit.
So kind.
And Waj can go next because he's been waiting to put him in the ground for a minute.
So kind.
But before we even go to any of these people, Chris, did you want to say something besides you're all the way bozo or whoever else is on stream?
No, mostly I was just facilitating the live stream audio so that we could have Josie and Zimmy and Waj is up here. There's all these people that are here. But to the point, like 8 years ago when OG was born into existence, people were live streaming.
First off, you can't say Waj has been waiting to put me in the ground. Wait, got to put in the grave right.
That was so crazy. So apparently there's a button, and I can push it as a co-host. It's so crazy. Oh my god, I'm live streaming and I can mute OG. Wow. Why would you do two things at the same time? You could just be like a young man who aims for the easy road. You could do that.
On a serious note, though, Chris, like for somebody that's like hosting spaces right now, from your perspective, what's the benefit of like implementing stream into the rotation? Like, serious question. I just think there's value in that because not a lot of people are doing the streams. And even though like OG asked that in like a
hi Sansa,
like OG's way, which just involves roasting. I just really think that's a valuable like take here for the people listening.
So I have a very specific answer, and it's that too many things in the world right now are being looked at like, well, but that's too hard. That's too hard to do that. I want everything to be easy. I think everybody should win. Wag me. We all get trophies. Listen, like if you can't do stuff that's hard, then like I don't know. Let people who can do it do better.
I don't think it's about
and then you can mute OG anytime you want. That's always fun. But here's the take.
I don't think it's about the fact that it's
that's
hard.
amazing.
I think you're splitting your audience in the goofiest way.
Okay.
Oh no, I wanted to let him talk because
he
he talked through the mute and it was like captured live. So like I was just giving respect to the guy. He's right. Listen, OG is right. It is splitting your audience. You are having half a crowd on one thing and half a crowd on the other, and they're going to revert to whatever's easier. We've had these discussions, and what's easier is to sit on Twitter or X and not do the new thing. Here's the reality, though. There's people that are going to do that, and they're going to have a big audience, and then all at once, your opinion that you think is your opinion, but it's really not, it's going to flip because somebody that you see winning is doing it. If you see somebody who's not winning doing something that's difficult, you're going to be like, nah, that's not good. That doesn't work. But it's when it becomes the meta and the people that are winning are doing the thing, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. But it's hard because there's nobody who's done it yet. And so do I think that this is what everybody should do? No, it's ridiculous. The money, the investment, and even what the goal might be, it's more than most people want to get out of all of this stuff. But for the few that want to take it very far, you can't just wait for someone to do it for you. You got to kind of blaze that path yourself. When you're a teenager, it's hard to understand these things. When you're a grown-ass man, you're down to cut a path through the jungle. So that's the thing. Okay, we can unmute. And I love you.
All I'm going to say is this is also why we decided to pivot from doing it during the spaces, because we know that it was more effort for such little turnover that it makes no fucking sense. And Chris has said it before, which is that the turnover off of Twitter is really fucking impossible. Because if you click a link, it just takes you to the Twitter web browser where you're not even logged in anyway. So you can't even click subscribe. You got to go through all the login and shit. So I think it's just a matter of how you make it work and you switch it accordingly so that it works for you, right? Which is why we switched to the post show. So I end the spaces and then I go to live stream immediately. And we do that for 20 to 25 minutes, which is what we just started doing and what we will be doing going forward Tuesday and Friday. And now we can put in those reps, right? And Chris wants to experiment with the transition period where we are on spaces and stream just for a little bit. This is just short of putting in the reps, seeing if there's anything worthy of clipping here. If not, that's fine. We're just getting kind of warmed up, but we can go right into the live stream immediately. But real quick, I want to remind everyone that means we have to end at 1 o'clock no matter what, because that's what's going to drive the hard cap. So let's get to these hands. I know Waj wanted to bury OG, but I'm gonna have to respectfully put it off. I love you, Waj. We could do it on the call later tonight. But look, let's go ahead and go to Baza first. He's got his hand up. We're gonna take it over to Stone, and then we're gonna end it with OG. Baza, what's up, baby? How we doing?
Yo, earlier I just heard the word roadcaster, and I was like, I'm fucking triggered. So now I'm here. I just wanted to show people my Gundam beam sound as always. And Chris, I'm gonna be in your DM soon because I need to be fucking streaming. I want to try that shit out. I think it's time I put a fucking face to my spaces. You know what I'm saying? So definitely catch me there, bro. But that's all I wanted to say. Happy Friday, guys.
Yeah, Basa, come on the live stream in fucking 11 minutes.
I have another space I have to host for. I'm so sorry.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I got paid. I'm sorry. It's already in the contract.
You're getting paid? You're monetizing? What is this? What is it?
Hey, you know what?
Wait,
yes.
I can get paid to meow on spaces?
Yes.
What?
Josie, you can definitely get paid to meow on spaces. Holy that might be the biggest turnover anyone's ever seen in the space.
I am now charging $100 per meow.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. I ain't got that kind of money. Yet. Fucking $50, $100 per meow.
I shower on here for free.
Why don't you integrate the meow into one of your commissions?
He's got a point there. Zimmy's got a good point there. Zia on stream says it's 69 cents per meow. I mean, Zia's right. No limit. Holy shit, no limit. I mean, this just takes you back to 2000s where who's that? Was that Shotgun? Oh, no, Shotgun. All right. Shotgun's dog is just fucking anyway. Let's take it over to the next hand. Stone, what's up, baby?
Not much.
That's like the only I call him, dude.
I just came up here to fucking remind Wajda that Santa Monica and Venice are the same thing. It's dirty as fuck all over the place. Like, I don't know what bro's talking about.
Yeah, no. OG came up and all chaos broke loose. So I mean, it's typical shit, you know.
It's just a shithole. Especially compared to New York, it's like not even close. Yeah. They think they're like this great city, but it's like 150 miles spread out. Like, it's not a fucking city. It's a bunch of random shit.
Bro, this is weird.
Yeah.
It always is. So normally, just to clear the air a little, normally we do this under the Espresso Shot account. But today I was like, maybe people will follow me if I don't use that account. I'm just kidding. But I did invite OG to come on the stream, and he chose X. He chooses to not have his young,
I'm literally in a car right now. If I got on that
unhairy face,
you'd see pixels.
It's the beards. It's the chin hair. The guy was just like, I don't fit in there. I'm sticking with the PFP.
These fucking boomers, man. I swear to God.
Bro, we're millennials. We're millennials.
You boomers just figured out how to stream and said, let's do it on spaces at the same time.
What about this guy? Look at this handsome motherfucker right here. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he ain't a boomer. He ain't even a millennial.
What about her? She boomer? And no.
That's what I thought. Fucking boom, lawyered. If you get the reference, you got the reference. Anyway, OG will be the last hand up before we start wrapping this up and closing this out, moving on over to the live stream. OG, what's good?
Yo, it's good. I mean, like, look, dude, I'm just gonna give you like my unfiltered take here. I think it's kind of goofy to split your audience in this way. If you want to stream, I would make an event out of it and like put it as one of your days. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the Solana shot, you have the Polygon shot, you have the Espresso shot. Do the streaming shot. I mean, what do you like? I feel like you're missing an opportunity there.
Let me ask you.
Like
Let me
splitting
ask
your
you
audience
this.
in like 8 viewers. Like I'm not sure what your viewers look like. I think it'd just be smarter to run a streaming space than just that.
Well, let me ask you this: like, what is the like in terms of split audience? Like, they're still all listening at the exact same time. So, like, what's the disadvantage by providing different?
Let me ask you this. Zimmy, what's the advantage?
Well, so you don't know yet, right? Like, it's like, hey, like if someone prefers to get into video, maybe they become like more interested in the topic. Like maybe it's something that they want to engage in. So it's kind of like an A/B split test where if you just went all in on like a streaming shot, like that's
Should I download that watch?
That's not like a gradual. That's not like a gradual test. So like when you're doing stuff like that, you want to slowly test things, try it out, work out the kinks before you go full blown with that. So I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not seeing a disadvantage by having an audience on multiple platforms if they're still all there at the same time, because you're not really.
No, I hear you. I hear you in the sense.
The only thing you're cannibalizing is your numbers on Twitter Spaces, but that's vanity.
Yeah, we're coming up on a year, but like that's another reason why I wouldn't just give up.
Streams though, like streams, we haven't been doing that for a year. That's like
no. Yeah, we've been streaming for Chris probably what 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah,
maybe?
but and here's the thing: last night we didn't even know that when Kook and Super Spaces wanted to do the space, that for the very first time ever, it was going to throw the live stream that was being shoved from StreamYard, where we've been doing all this stuff. It shoves it right into the X app. And instead of it just being this random thing on one person's profile, it was thrown up at the top, showing that instead of there just being a bunch of live audio spaces, there was a new thing that showed that there was a live video space. And fucking Elon commented on it. Like, yo, I didn't know that was going to happen. I believe in what I've been working on for all this time. But to your point, OG, it's not, dude, this is not for everybody. It is you could look at it as splitting your audience, but the reality is, to what Zimmy was saying, it's a layer on top. It doesn't take away unless you suck at doing both, which it's hard. It's really hard to manage a stream and a space. So there is that.
Well, hear me out here. I mean, I actually was pretty interested in the fact that, like, as soon as I opened my Twitter, there was video spaces at the top of my feed, and I think Elon's going to push that more. So I think, like, the best bet as you know what I'm saying, as a brand, as the Espresso shot would just to be video spaces and optimize for an Elon retweet. Be like, yo, this is what we do. This is what we've been doing for a while, and we finally have been able to do video spaces. And you might get that Elon retweet, you might get that Elon comment, and completely fucking utterly boost your brand to the highest extent, you know?
The weirdest thing is that would be splitting your audience, unlike what we're doing right now. So that's okay. Listen, I'm just going to side with Mr. Gary V here and say it's not it's not do I do spaces or do I do live streams? It's and I'm going to do both. And at the same token, let me just give you a quick little boomer PowerPoint. This is called pillar content. It's an hour long. No one's going to fucking watch this live stream later. They're not going to listen back to this space later. But because we've brought it to the table as pillar content, and then we could chop it down into little sub pieces of 6-7 minute takes about one topic at a time. And then from that, we could chop that down into micro content, which would be shorts that we spread and distribute across TikTok and Facebook and IG and all the places, LinkedIn, whatever. We can put that all across the internet, and it all stemmed from this initial 1 hour live stream where we captured it and gave that experience to people live. And it's in spaces. You know who does all of what I just said? Fucking nobody. So might as well be us. That's the way I look at this. And if it's got Elon's attention, dope. And if it doesn't work out, guess what? It's and. We didn't choose or, so we never actually split our audience. It's all the same people.
I think it's smart to chop up the content that you gain from the stream because people are more likely to watch that rather than just like, still faces on a space and hear the takes. I think it'd be more interesting to see like all at once. But I still think trying out a streaming shot would be extremely interesting, or just trying out this new Elon feature like once a week. I think you gain a new audience in that way.
Yeah, look, great discussion back and forth, but we got 3 minutes left, and I gotta be insistent on ending this at.
Just don't go to Old Man Wajda.
Anyway, one more thing before we go on. Let's take 10 seconds. I'm gonna clip the take that I just gave because I thought it was good, and I'm gonna post it while we're fucking live because Elon gave us live cut inside the media studio here. So while we're still live on this space, and well, maybe not the space, but the stream, I will have a piece of content posted from live streaming to X, and no one knows how to do that shit. It's dope. Okay.
Yeah. And look, the reality is we're starting over for streaming. We're 100% starting over. We're not, there's no it's not like we're continuing from spaces. It's not like we have 60 viewers, right? We have a lot less than that, but we're going to keep working on it so that we get more noticeable. We get better with the reps because honestly, we're not great at streaming, and that's okay. We know that. We want to get better at it. And to me, what that means is focusing specifically on streaming, even if it's just for 30 minutes at a time, a couple times a week. Now, I'm going to shut the fuck up and pass this over to Waj and then Gopsak. Waj, what you got?
So a couple just comments on that. I mean, the first one is, OG, I think for you, like you, as they say, you have a face for radio. So like live streaming doesn't work for you. But for other people,
Wajda, I don't know about you, man. Get this old man off the fucking stage, bro. I'm tired of him, dude. Like, go play some VCRs or something, Wajda.
It's Robert Downey Jr. Please say it respectfully.
Thank you, Josie. But being serious though, like that old like radio, right? So back in the day, radio was the thing, and you can think of it like in the more recent tense of like podcasts. Okay, so people used to listen to just radio podcasts, and then this whole wave of video podcasts. Like now they literally just record themselves in a studio talking. Like, and they're super popular. Where these talk shows are now recorded, you can see things live, and you can watch people doing their podcast live, and that's become hugely popular. So to say that like spaces wouldn't follow that same trajectory, I think is short-sighted. You're missing like history of what's happened. Like people are really into now seeing the people that they follow and they listen to talk all the time live in person. They like to put that like voice to a face connection. So I think this, whether it's on X or you can one day link a platform to your space or something, I think that evolution is coming. So by them trying it now and practicing, I think is just that. It's practice, right? For anyone that's been on television or done like a TV interview, it's different. And you have to actually practice to be good at it. Like Sansa's being, an old man whiny bitch and saying it's hard to stream and like talk on a space at the same time, even though some of us are.
I appreciate the example, but it's 1 o'clock and I said that I would end it. So watch, get your ass on stream. I don't care what it's.
I have some final advice for OG.
Gary, hey man. Yeah, how's it going, man? It's good. Okay, I'm a storyteller. Yeah, are you on TikTok? Yeah, I'm on TikTok. Okay. I have like 3 million followers on there right now. Bro, like you're making content? Yeah, I do 1 story a day. Oh, bro, like you can be making 7 stories a day, which is massively underrated. Yeah. 7 stories a day. What's your question, man? All right, so basically, I'm looking now to get into public speaking. Yeah, bro, like if I were you, I would be calling into every single house in the United States of America, okay? Getting them public speaking tips in their bathroom, shower, fucking garage, in the garage, man, bro, like, I was getting shit for like 17 years doing tips for free, okay? Bro, like, you just gotta document it, okay? I think it's a good idea to call every single house in America. Yeah, bro.
Just gotta document it, dude.
Yeah, so there you go. Solid advice straight from Shotgun's mouth. OG left in the middle of that. He left in all the middle of that. I gotta give it to him. He does not waste a single fucking second. He does not waste a single fucking second. I'm kind of like, I'm gonna give it a few minutes, send heart emojis and a wave, and then I'm out, But OG's like, no heart emoji, no wave, no personal connection. Some might say.
He took it personally, clearly.
Yeah. But look, real quick, we will be back here on Monday, 11:30 a.m. EST to 1 p.m. I have not put out next week's carousel post because I spent 4 hours clearing out my DMs last night. I'll either post it today or on Sunday afternoon. So please keep a close eye. I'm actually no, that's a lot. I'm literally going to do it live on stream, so I got to make sure I have the fucking files. But please go ahead. Make sure you know where to go for the live stream. It's on my profile. We're gonna end this in a second. Gobsock, Mosher, I love you. I'm sorry. The talk went on longer than expected. I really thought I had it right there, but we didn't. So, real quick, Chris, did you post up the link for people to
I did, but I was showing off that I could post the other thing first. So I'm gonna actually repost the YouTube link here at the top. I'm gonna repin it. Join us. Click the button. It's pinned to the top. And if you got to open up your app, do that, because then you'll be able to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, do all the things. But if you just show up and you click on the button and you don't open your browser and you're not subscribed to Sansa, then you're just going to be like watching live and you won't be able to interact. And we want you to interact and talk to people, talk to each other in the live chat, because you can't do that here on Twitter, on X, or whatever this thing's called. Can't do it.
Yeah. Can't do it. Just can't do it. All right. You can come watch me sip on my coconut water live on stream. I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. We'll be back Monday, 11:30 a.m. EST. You guys already know the vibes. Don't miss it. I love you. Moisture, I love you. Gobsock, I love you. Come back Monday. I will be back first, immediately, ASAP, with haste. I love you all. You could have gone to any spaces today, but you came to this one, and I hope you come with us to our live stream. Come check it out. We're just going to be chilling, talking, vibing, screen sharing, while just crying because for some reason you can't come on. So anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. We're going to go ahead and play this out for about 20 seconds.
Yeah, look, they said that I couldn't do it, so I wouldn't did it. W's only, you know I've been winning. Top of the world, the globe is spinning. If you know, you know I've been on a mission. Go. Okay, let's get it. Got a little time on my hands like a wristwatch. I don't got time for the brakes and the pit stop. Race through the gridlock, taking a Chris Rock, right to the chin, still win. Heavy metals like Slipknot. Got the drive and I got tunnel vision. I just hit my stride the way I run the business. I've been making paper like I'm doing the business. See that end game I got.
I love you. Have a great fucking Friday and an even better weekend. Hope to see you on stream.
Hey.
We're back.
We are live on the post show. No, I'm just kidding.
Why is there a giant hot dog on the screen?
Yeah, can somebody take a glaze out of my mouth?
Got him.
Got Glizzy.
Yo, I sent Mosher the and Gobsock. Hey, we got a fucking Gobsock in the house.
Oh.
Hey, yo, it's your boy Gobsock. What's good with the boys?
Nice. Doxed. Oh my fucking Lord.
Let's go. We finally got Robert Downey Jr.
His phone fell. It's like your camera earlier.
Yo, can we see the legendary phone?
Yeah, I can show it to you.
This is prime content right there.
Oh,
oh
wait. One more time. That was. I'm trying to find the perfect sound clip of this phone so I could put it on my soundboard. Where'd it go?
The watch that is working sound.
Bro, there's at least 3 buttons on that phone that you can use to put somebody on hold, and that's what makes it so elite right there.
Dude, absolutely. This is incredible.
I do it very quickly when people call in, and I'm trying to give awesome takes on spaces. So.
I know, but I looked at the
Everyone
time
please.
like, oh shit, I gotta hurry this up. And then OG just wasn't gonna let the discussion die. He just wasn't gonna let the discussion die, dude. I was like, I'm sorry, OG, but I don't care what we're talking about. We're streaming either way, so we gotta go. Oh man.
He was trying to keep us on Spaces.
Yeah, he really was. He really was. And the reality is this. People get way too content, way too easily with Spaces because one, you don't need to show your face. Two, this is gonna sound weird to say. You cannot be yourself, but sound like the persona that you want to put out on Spaces, right? So if you're being authentic and genuine, doing this shouldn't be a problem at all, right? Unless you're someone, did Gopsock just completely freeze? Because that is the best, like most genuine.
Wait.
Well, I feel like I'm watching a commercial right now, and there's
That's amazing, dude.
That right now.
Stop. Wait, is it fixed? Is it still?
Nah, you frozen.
You frozen, but you look good. You look good. Hey, and check this out. This is. I'm so glad Josie's here because I think this is something that it answers that question of like, do I have to show up and not be myself because I don't act fully myself if I'm on camera? You can still do it. There's no excuse. I think it's hard. I do. I think it's difficult to do this stuff. I also don't fucking care, bro. And I believe meritocracy is what dominates all of this whole content creation world. Do you put in the work or do you not? That's it.
It definitely gives access to someone who may be more like, not saying this is Josie, but like maybe introverted or has like stage fright. Like,
no, that is me. So don't feel like you're calling me out. That's why I like having this. It's because I don't really want to show myself, but this is my way of showing myself without having to show myself.
Yeah, no, it's good because you're just hanging out.
It's so cool. And honestly, like here's the awesome part is right now, when we end this thing, just so you guys all know, it's uploading all of your video to the cloud independently of each other, which means that if Josie says something and then Zimmy says something, I can take all of the raw footage from that in full 1080p and zoom in on it and get just the clip of Zimmy and just the clip of Josie and then just Shotgun's response and change it full screen one to the next instead of having to work with these little cute squares that we have with name tags. Because fuck that. That's terrible content to repurpose. But like we have Gobstock's face. We could always just go over to that anytime we want. And if we reach the point where we're like, what do we even show? Then we just show
the audacity. The audacity. The funny thing is I'm wearing the same shirt right now, so I kind of
That's your sleep deprived shirt.
It is. It actually kind of is. I guess that's
like I can't function, so this is the shirt I'm wearing. Shirt. We all have those outfits.
Oh my god, you have no idea. You have no idea.
Like mines are my onesies.
Game is in. Let's go. Oh my god, dude. I'm just trying to find this one picture so that I can do this carousel post cover photo before I actually start sharing or Chris starts sharing. I don't know, but I can do it. Okay.
Oh, Sansa, earlier I thought you were like taking a sip of coffee and then taking a sip of creamer, and that's how you were doing your coffee today.
that is sort of psychopathic. I'm not gonna lie. That's a little psychopathic.
I was just like, okay, Sansa's a little extra, but you know, maybe sometimes he wants some more creamer.
I'm gonna give this kid the stage. Look at him. He showed up. Thank you for showing up, OG. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Of course. You know, when the boomers call, the zoomers gotta come. You know what I mean?
I love it. Dude, there's so much wisdom in this room. You'll learn way more from us than anyone that you.
Please put your hat on straight when you talk to me, son.
Seriously, and when you grow up, you wish you were as handsome as Coach. You wish. Just give it.
Look at those eyes.
Look at this beautiful man. I'm saying.
I mean,
come on, you're making me blush.
between Coach and Chris's eyes, we got.
Yes, Chris's eyes too.
Yeah. I mean,
what camera are you using?
Look at it. It's got a zoom. Oh my god. No, honestly, Sansa's got the best camera. It'll follow him around. He goes and tries to throw something away in the corner, and it's like
yeah, I can never run away from it. It's the worst.
I loved that earlier when it was like, you know what? Everyone stare at my water.
Yeah. I was like, shit. How do I get this out again? and it was just the worst. It was the
Oh,
worst.
OG went for the eye compliment and then didn't get it and then left.
Aw.
I'm telling you.
He was swicking his hair back and forth. I think he wanted to say he has nice hair.
Yeah.
I remember we were supposed to talk about the carousel post.
We are.
Yeah, we are. He's gonna share a screen and I'm gonna display
Yes.
it. It'll be good. So what do you guys think about, just real talk, real quick? What do you think about the fact that we got some love from the Elon himself? And I don't mean me or we, like who are on the stream, but people who are streaming to X got some attention from Elon.
Yo, Chris, I actually had a comment about that because something that I noticed is that when somebody comments on Twitter, like on the stream, it doesn't show on the screen, but like only when people comment on YouTube, then we get that. So do you think there's any way we can like move this around?
Yeah, so it's gonna take some development, because what we're seeing right now, what we did earlier, and what people are watching currently, if they're watching this as it's being pumped into Twitter, they're actually looking at Periscope. Periscope that's some boomer shit right there. That's old as fuck. So they're gonna build on top of that old code, and keep in mind they have Vine too. So they have old Vine code, they have old Periscope code, and they're gonna start building out this like, I hate to use the word, but interoperability, because all the other ones have stuff that ties in with that, but because nobody even uses this or wasn't using this, obviously StreamYard wasn't taking those live comments and integrating them, but they will. Because if somebody comments on Twitch right now, we'll see it. And if somebody comments on Facebook or LinkedIn, we'll see it. But Twitter is just whack, so they're not part of the gang yet, but they will be. Okay. Carousels.
Yeah. Let's jump in it. All right. So wait, why am I getting an echo? I'm hearing myself. Is that me? Okay.
If it was it you?
It was definitely now it's gone.
No,
I don't know.
it was shotgun for sure.
It was probably me.
Okay.
No. We're good. We're good now. All right. Welcome to the live stream, guys. No, but seriously, this is gonna be really short, really easy. I'll probably just do a short word post, but obviously, if anyone hasn't done this before, you can choose between media, which allows you to switch between single media and the carousel. I think it's just a little bit different in terms of how it's presented. But then you can also do collection, which is what I'm going to do, because I need to post up several spaces links that I'm just now realizing I did not schedule before the spaces start. So we won't actually be able to post this, but I will show you what I normally do, and then I'll post it after the stream ends. But so from here, first thing that I do is toggle off the promoted only option, because otherwise I don't know what happens, just gets weird and it doesn't really show up on your profile. So from here I go to add photos right away, because I know how I want to do my graphics and line it up. And then so first things first is the banner, which is what I'll use for. I got to switch to a 1-1, otherwise it won't really take. So I switch to a 1-1 and I just try to make sure it's in the right appropriate ratio, and then save. And then what it'll do, it'll upload to the main cover. And then from there, I just kind of go ahead and do the rest of my stuff, which I am currently now going to, where I go my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which for everyone, you guys already know, you know that we like to do a little bit of a different theme each day. And so why did that not take? Where is it? It's there? Oh my god, am I lagging? Motherfucker.
No, you're good. Honestly, I'm literally learning right now too, because I never use a landscape photo and then change it to the 1-to-1 ratio. So even that, dude, that's solid tips. So we'll chop this up too afterwards and post just to make it look like everything went absolutely easy and perfect for you, and you'll look like a genius. That's the truth of editing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I am definitely not a genius, but hey, we'll go with that. And then this is the easy part, where I just upload the photos. And then for me personally, I like a little clean look. So we got graphics done from our one of our artists that we regularly talk to, US Art. Shout out to him. And he just fucking pops off. He's currently making the next set, so I can kind of change it up a little bit and keep it exciting, as opposed to the same single graphics every single week. Because let's be honest, even I get bored, and I'm not as impatient as most degenerates, right? So you know, I just like clean presentation, you know. So like we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we got one more last one up Friday. Where is it? There we
I
go.
feel like when there's only 3 of the little guys, it doesn't nearly give the same cool experience. But as soon as you hit 4 or 5, now people are like, "How did you do that?" Because
Yeah,
it
because
looks and moves different than they're used to seeing.
yeah,
Yo,
because
just
of
a
the
quick
sport.
question, because I feel like somebody might be thinking that maybe they're watching. I don't know, but this like tab that you guys are on next ads, do you need to like where do you go to like enable this? Because like it's
That's
gotta
what
be
I was
there.
going to ask. How do you get to this? Yeah.
Yeah.
So look at my pinned tweet on my profile. I have a video that walks you all the way through, like knowing nothing to
Hey
being able to
Chris,
do this.
why
But
don't you do a screen share of your profile real quick so people can
okay.
see?
Yeah. Look at this. Drive traffic to Fly Ride. Come on now.
Yeah.
Either way, I want you guys to be able to see the same thing. And so
Should I stop sharing so that you can
it's
switch it to
okay. I could control the whole
Okay.
dealie. So so here's my screen now, maybe eventually in a second. Okay. And so if you just go to your actual profile, I'm gonna click on mine. So right here, see this more button? Click more, and then you've got this thing called Creator Studio, right? And then you've got professional tools. I talk a lot about Creator Studio, but in this case, we're going to go to add tools. So we're going to go to ads. And as soon as we do, it's going to ask us about simple or advanced. None of this matters because we're not going to run an ad. So these things reach, engagement, none of that shit matters because all we were interested in the whole time is this guy right here, this creatives. So now we can use the composer or posts or media and look at all of our past stuff. We're going to click on composer, and that is going to bring us to the screen that Sansa was on. And again, the reason that I say we have all these things that don't matter that we had to click on, it's because those are part of this promoted thing. That's what's going to choose what audience is going to see your ads. But we're not running ads. We're just using the tools that they put in place for people to run ads. So now we're going to change the destination to website and then go to collection, and we're there. All right. So there you go. And back to Sansa's screen.
Yeah, I'm just don't mind me. I'm just
And fun fact on that, you have to be verified for that to work because I just clicked on it and I'm not verified. So
Blue check, right? Yeah, correct. And I have tested this as well. You can add the blue check for 1 month. And then here, I'll share my screen for just another second. The one thing that happens is if you get your blue check, then it will allow you to come through here, get into this ads, section, and it's going to say add new payment method. When you click add new payment method, it makes you put a card in place, like a debit or credit card, but it doesn't bill it because you're never going to run promoted ads. And it's not like you're going to accidentally run a promoted ad. There's lots more clicks, lots more decisions to be made before an ad actually goes out. So you won't get billed. And that's the whole point. But if you want these tools to unlock, you do have to have a blue check mark for at least 1 month while you set all this stuff up. You have to add a card, and then you can use all this shit for free and never subscribe to Twitter Blue again, and you'll still have access to it. We've tested, and that is the case. So at worst, this is going to cost you $8 to unlock, and then you can never pay that $8 again, and you'll still have it.
Yeah, the reach might be questionable just because you don't have the check mark, but at least you can kind of gain access to that perk alone. So but yeah, I because one of the biggest issues that we were seeing earlier on was there were people doing this and they just didn't have to reach for it. And so people didn't really see what was going on, and like more so they didn't know that this perk was there in the first place. So yeah. And so one thing I kind of want to also kind of circle this back to as well is as you guys see, I formatted it here. Unfortunately, because I do on a laptop, a desktop, that means I have to go and copy and paste each emoji, which is fine. It's really easy. It's just Google searching fire emoji, pointing down emoji, yada yada yada. So one thing that people don't realize or know is that it has to be a link for every image you put out, because it won't let you post unless you plug in an image. And I for the main cover, what I do is the espresso shot profile, because again, this brings it back to staying on the platform, and this is what it kind of ends up being a little bit as well. So if anyone's curious, what should I do for the main picture? I really just want to focus on the carousel underneath to really utilize. Then just think of maybe, and if it's you personally and it's already on your profile, link your best post that week. Link something relevant to the topic that you're putting out. It doesn't have to be spaces, but one thing that people don't know or realize is that Substack and or Linktree are mostly more so deboosted than any other external link. At
Sansa,
least,
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have Yoshi, who is a member of the Azuki community. He's utilizing that for like some of his posts. If you want, I can send you on Discord just so you like show on screen how it looks like with like tweets and like other things besides spaces. Because I feel like that's a very interesting thing. Because people just started using it for spaces, so I feel like not like very like a lot of people are like exploring outside of that. So I'll be sending you the link just in case.
Yeah. Also, my meeting at 1:30 just got moved, so we can go a little bit more if anyone wants to. So, yay!
As always says 30 minutes, but they always cancel the meeting, so I'm already over that.
I mean, it was a really important one. I could not miss it, but it got moved for me. So it is what it is. We ball, But yeah, so we'll get that link for Yoshi. But I think the idea that people need to realize is finding that happy medium of the best way to look at this is that Twitter is for growth, right? But before I really dive into that, I just want to show everyone, because I'm an idiot and I did not schedule the spaces for next week in advance because I stayed up for 4 hours and basically woke up 20 minutes before the space was supposed to start today. It's all good. But just notice that you have these links under each image that you have to post. Otherwise, it won't let you tweet it out at all. And I just want to say this as well. The first few weeks, I did not have this clean kind of like flow with from the banner to the cover picture to the main images. I just kind of threw whatever commission I had done just to throw it out there. I tried to keep it relevant to the topic, but there was just some weeks where I didn't want to repeat the images, so I kind of was just throwing any random image that would get people to click on the image in the first place. And so yeah, to me, the next experiment is trying to plug in a link that takes you off of Twitter, but goes to, let's say I plug in a YouTube link. That's called a deep link, right, Chris? Or
if you get a deep link from, like, there's a generator called URL Genie, but it's URL GEN.US, so it's URL Genius. And that will actually create a deep link for you, and it's super cheap to do. But like, I think for the most part, people just post a YouTube link to their channel or to a video, and that what they don't understand is now you're taking somebody from inside of Twitter, inside the X app, and you're giving them a link that keeps them inside the X app and launches the browser inside of X. And that means that you're not logged in on your YouTube channel that you would normally be logged in, where you could like, subscribe, comment, all that. And because you're basically bypassing that deep link section, you're shooting yourself in the foot, because no one's going to do anything on your channel. They're not going to take any action or anything, because otherwise they would have to log in inside the Twitter browser and type in their username and password. And most people don't keep track of that shit. And it's too much effort to do it, so they won't. So if you use a deep link like on URL Genius, or even all of the links on Linktree, they use deep linking so that it forces open the YouTube app if you click on somebody's YouTube link. If you just post a YouTube link into Twitter, it will not force open the YouTube app, and then you don't get the interaction that you want. So it's super important. It's fucking boring to explain that shit, but it's so powerful. And the fact that it's not sexy is why you don't see people do it. And they'll choose to have a URL that says youtube.com/blah, blah, blah, because they think it looks better, and it's a fucking bozo move. Just use the deep link, and then you actually get the interaction that you want in the first place. Otherwise, your vanity is going to keep you from getting subscribers and comments and likes.
Facts. So yeah, I mean, this is all pretty. I feel like at this point we've gone through the carousel post through and through. I'm the idiot that just didn't schedule the spaces, so I'll do that right after this since my meeting got moved, and that'll be out in the next 20 to 30 minutes. But again, for anyone that shout out to Gamins and for that 36 subscriber roll. I don't have a soundbite, but I'll do one. Oh my God, let's go, baby.
Yo, check this one out real quick though. This is Sabet, and he didn't use this for spaces, but he used it for his art. So if you click on any of these pieces of art, it'll open up that piece of art on Sabet's website, right? And you click on this piece of art, oh my God, it opens up that piece of art that you could buy. So it doesn't have to be spaces. It could be e-commerce. It could be whatever. And if you're an artist, this is not, it's not like, oh, you have to use it for giving something away. Like, sell your shit. Use this to make money,
Chris,
because it's a fantastic tool.
Quick question. Do you guys have noticed anything like, does it get more deboosted or whatever, like when you post outside links in comparison to, let's say, spaces or anything within the platform?
My personal experience so far has been that I actually get more engagement because it's a cool post than I would if I did a not cool post. And that's when I'm linking out to everything external. So, for example, I've got like online courses, right? So I linked up all the individual little icons to different classes that I offer. And the only way that you can even, like, if you click on that, it says, hey, are you part of the thing? If you're not, it asks you to, sign up. But the reality is that's linking outside of Twitter, and it still gets more engagement because it's something new that people haven't seen. So I don't think that we're at a stage where you can say, oh yeah, so many people use these carousel posts, make sure keep it internal links only, otherwise you won't get the reach, because people are just engaging based on the fact that it fucking looks cool. So
yeah, and one thing I do want to say is that it's tough, right? Because it does depend on your reach, and at the same time, it's kind of dependent on exactly what you're linking, right? Like if let's see, what's the term then? Because I've had discussion with a lot of people. A lot of people are hesitant to do ads when they don't realize that Twitter itself is not really friendly with ads. So there is a creative way around this a little bit. It just kind of, again, everyone's situation is so unique, right? What Shotgun might want to do is different from what I might want to do, or more so the objective that we're looking to achieve. So I think that's something that we just kind of need to take a step back and think about what we're going to do it with. But Sabit with that art is a fucking clutch. Like, it doesn't have to be, like Chris said, it doesn't have to be spaces. It could be anything. I kind of want to do one where I just highlight the best spaces from the last month, and then to kind of two things. One, it's another content tweet to put out for me personally. It's three things. Two, I can really stress test how good are carousel posts outside of a weekly basis, right? Can I go 2 weeks? Can I go 2 times a week? Can I go 3? Like, you know what I mean? What are some other things that I could do that with? Because I'll be honest, I don't mind doing more carousel posts. It's very for me, the way I do it is very technical. And then 3, it's just all about, what exactly are you trying to get eyes on? What is it that you wanna bring to the table a little bit? Shout out to Wayo and Primo Sanity. Sorry if I said that wrong, but dude, I bought 2 cups. By the way, well, side note, yesterday I was like, oh no, I only have 1 cup of coffee. I finished it too fast. Well, today I bought 2. I bought 2 cups of coffee. That's right. Your boy's caffeinated up. But yeah, so I mean, this is something that I think more people need to kind of experiment with. Whether
I want to see collections do it, dude. I want to see D Gods and Pudgy and Azuki just post up. Hey, our community's dope. Like, here's the thing, our community, whatever main post, and then highlight 5 individual members of their community, where it just links right to that person. It just says, go follow these people on the carousel post. Why the fuck are communities not highlighting their members? I'm like,
well, Chris, there's a reason for it, because people don't know how to manage communities and actually create community. Sorry, just total tangent. But like, Sansa, I love what you said. I actually wrote that down before. Like, can you use the carousel almost as like your Sports Center top 10, right? Like, or like, again, for me, if I do videos, right? Hey, in case you missed my videos this week, here they are, and you drop it on Sunday. Maybe Sunday's a lower content day, or like, hey, here's the Monday recap from the week before. And the other thing that I wrote down, because I love taking notes, you were talking about how you posted just random pictures before, and then now you've got this kind of clean look. And it's this fine line, right? You've created this brand and you've got this messaging and everything. But like, I'm one of those ones that it's tough. And I get caught up in not like, I want the branding, I want this, but that, so it almost paralyzes me. And I know it does other people too. So I guess my unsolicited advice, or what I'm saying to myself, is just do it, right? And try stuff on. I mean, again, case in point, that's exactly what we're doing right here. And I love the fact that I'm sitting here and looking at each one of you, and Chris and I have done this before. And like, this is my energy and vibe, and I would do this all day. So I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. Like I was more so just speaking as to the progression that, the only reason why I got to this point is because I just started, and I just threw images in there that didn't matter to me. Like, or more so, it did matter to me, but I, like, for example, I would have Wednesday Polygon. I'm like, all right, well, what Polygon affiliated thing can I put on there that'll get people to understand? And then I quickly got feedback over after the 4th or 5th week saying, hey, it would be really, really helpful if you had each show kind of obvious of what it was, like special shot, garden talk, Polygon shot, and then yada yada. So like Solana shot, creator shot, which is what today is, right? And so kind of people get an idea of, because honestly, there are people who don't want to hear about Solana. There are people who don't want to hear about Polygon. There are people who don't really want to talk anything Azuki at all because they get triggered for obvious reason. Then that's fine. That's on them.
And that's why they love Mondays.
And that's and then I almost regret bringing Zimmy back in on Mondays. No, I'm just kidding. But Monday is the heart of our whole thing now.
It really is.
Fuck you, Zimmy. But like, I almost want to say we are more of a weekly show than we are a daily show, because each show is perfect in its own right, or it has their own respective improvements to work on, because there's a different guest co-host for every single day, right? It's always me and Shotgun, but the reason why we wanted to do a different second co-host was because we wanted to change up the dynamic, and I think diversity is what needed, including content, including spaces, including anything that you do, right? As a whole, this is why we're streaming in the first place. It's because now I can really focus on the stream with the camera versus being like on my phone, making sure that I'm reacting, making sure that everyone is having a good time. And at the end of the day, I just started Spaces, and now a year later, this is where I am. So much to Coach, what he's saying is, if something's holding you back, like, unless you don't have any pictures at all, just fucking do a carousel post. You don't have to be perfect. Waj is hitting us with that ASMR. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at those pecs.
I was gonna interject with you. Thank you. Should I make them bounce?
That's getting clipped.
Damn it.
Little things too, though, like even a conversation like this after the fact, something as simple that I was thinking about a second ago is, I have this view that I could change to, that it's kind of to make the speaker stand out, right? As like, oh, that person's speaking, so they're up top. But you feel less compelled to contribute when it's in this view. You feel more compelled to contribute when it's like this. I feel compelled to take a leak right now because of that sound. But I feel like now we're on equal ground, right? And so like little things like that, even as a producer, you can grow as a producer and enhance the experience for everybody else, even if they don't need to know that you are getting better at your craft. And so if you're helping your audience by by using these carousels in that way, and it's grouping it all up, and now they're going to more consistently stay part of what you're building. They don't have to know how to do it all, even though we shared it today, but it's just overall your contribution can up level things. And kind of to the point of what OG was asking about earlier, my answer is a resounding, because who the fuck else is going to figure this stuff out? Like, we don't do it. You just got to do it. And you start off with your 5 random pictures, and then you up level that. And then pretty soon you've got a fucking famous lawyer who bounces his pecs on your live stream, and you're fucking off to the races, and Elon's commenting, you know?
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I mean, the fact, Chris, I'd be riding the high right now from the Elon Musk acknowledgement, even if I was asleep during that whole thing. That's incredible. One more thing I wanted to share real quick is another carousel post that's done it a little bit differently, but still a little bit in a way of it's somewhat clean, right? Shout out to Yoishi. Sorry, I don't know. I probably butchered that, but notice how he has his Kizuki as his main thing, and then he's kind of touching on each post where it's like a commission, again, super clean, and it kind of speaks to how different things can be. So question from Gamerzen real quick is,
and those are not all spaces too, by the way.
Those are not all spaces. That's right. Some goes to the community. Another one goes to Fire Force. Another one goes to the spaces. Like, it doesn't all have to be spaces. And so it's a carousel post going to be bullish for people who make art commission content. I think it's going to be bullish, especially for those people. And like, for example, this is an art commission, right? And you click on that, and it takes you straight to the Bean Gazette, which is what Yoshi's doing. So again, I think it's just a matter of, and now this brings you to another Garden Caretaker Twitter. You can even do one. I don't want to gatekeep it, but you can even do one where you highlight other creators and you use their profile picture and you highlight their best tweet of the week. You say a little something about it, and that's it. But yeah, I'll stop sharing. I just wanted to share that real quick. Again, I just want everyone to take a nice close look at this and how this is done, because this is clean and it's not technically a flow like mine, but you can see that everything matches with the color contracts and everything involved. So anyway, yeah, I think art commission content is going to be especially bullish for this. This is why I've been kind of holding back a little bit on the carousel post, because I don't want to go overboard with it. I want to, put in the the reps for it in the first place, because I think more people need to be doing them, because there's a lot that you can do that presents it in such a way that gets people curious enough to dive into it. But not too overloading that people won't look at it. For example, Moishi sent me something a week or two ago, and he was like, "Have you tried this?" And I clicked on it, and I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden, immediately, a video started playing. There were comments underneath, and I was just like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I can tell you right now, people won't care about this. So there is a fine line understanding what people will care about and what you're curious enough to try and explore, right? Just don't fall into this rabbit hole of exploring so much that you don't execute. I mean, Chris, you know that this is a huge issue that more people need to start, like, kind of.
You can doesn't mean you should.
Son, I love how he talks to himself though.
I don't know what you're talking about. I spent 4 hours clearing out my DMs. I'm a new man today. I'm a new man. Oh, which, by the way, if for some reason I haven't answered your DM, I apologize. There was a lot that I just had to go through that I was just like, yeah, this doesn't require an answer from 2 months ago. So, like, yeah. And for anyone that if I'm not following you, you show up in my hidden messages, bro, prime material, right? Let me. I didn't even get to say another one that in spaces. Let me go through one real quick. Hello, bro. I want you to join us in our NFT project. 3 days later, bro, at least guide me. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see what else.
That project's already going to zero, and I don't even need to know about it, dude.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, you're asking
probably need a a DM like react, like just scrolling through like the missing DMs and like
Bro,
the funniest DMs.
Yeah. Here's another one. Someone DM'd me and I couldn't respond, and it was a bean. I was like, oh, cool. I go to check the profile. You're blocked. I'm like, alrighty then. Gonna delete that. That's okay. And then another one said, hey, we're looking for someone to purchase a full built NFT project. Are you interested, or do you know someone? And then they DM'd me a month later trying to say, what's up? How are you? As if they just didn't ask me that within the last 3 weeks. So there's that. Someone said, are you ready to talk some Pepe business? No, sir. No, I am not. Not at all. Man, it's just some of this is just hilarious, honestly. And
do you not have your DMs filtered to like the hidden folder?
No. These are the filtered out ones that I'm reading.
Yeah. Oh, why are you going through those? Who gives a shit?
Because it got me really anxious that I had over 100 unread of those that I haven't even looked at. And there were actually some gems in there from time to time. So I needed to clear it out.
I feel like having private DMs is, I don't feel like I'm missing out. I really don't. I'm like, whatever dumbass questions and expectations and entitlement that is usually accompanying those questions, I don't even have to know, because they don't make it through. They just never get to me. So
yeah,
fuck it.
But then you're never gonna execute that awesome over-the-counter trade where they're gonna give you like a Bored Ape for your bean.
Exactly.
You just have to click on this website.
Exactly. The website that no one's ever heard of, but this is my favorite one of all of them. Hello, June 1st, 2023, 12:42 p.m. And then on June 1st, 2023, same day, at 1:13 p.m., less than 30 minutes later, would you fucking answer me?
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right. No, I will not answer you. And I'm just gonna let you sit there and just think about what you've done. But yeah, man, that was my favorite one. I couldn't stop laughing for like a good 5 minutes in my delirious 3 hours of filtering out DMs. It was the best. You have to be there. But Chris, where are you based out of?
If you ask Waj, I am not in LA. If you ask literally anybody else on the planet where I'm located, I'm in LA. But if you're local, I do not get to claim that I'm in LA local. I don't.
You, sir, are in Riverside West.
Yeah, I'm far as fuck away. I'm in Riverside County, but I'm in Beaumont, so I'm closer to Big Bear, which is even further than Riverside for most intensive purposes.
Oh, you actually are in Riverside?
No, my parents are in Riverside. I'm in Riverside County. So
but I mean, Riverside County is Riverside. You poser claiming LA.
Yeah. Oh, I full ass fucking pose that I just say LA, because you know what nobody gives a fuck about, that you're from like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a weird ass city. Everybody knows Seattle, but
so I used to live in Simi Valley, and I would do that.
Exactly.
I'm just like, I live in LA.
Exactly, because no one gives a fuck that you're 30 miles from LA. Like compared to the rest of the world, you might as well be in LA. You're driving everywhere anyway. And I'm 90 minutes from anywhere I want to be. And if you're in LA, you're still fucking 90 minutes for everywhere you want to be, because you got to deal with LA traffic. So we're the same, but we're not.
We are the same, but also not. What is super chats? What am I missing here?
Super chats are going to be, as I absolutely grind through this, getting people to adopt other platforms, you're going to start getting tools and stuff that you can do for the Espresso Shot community, and they'll be able to do certain things where they send a super sticker or whatever. Think of a super sticker as like the ice cream yum yum, that whole shit. That's always existed. As you can do a super chat where you pay to get your question highlighted, and depending on the level of how much they paid, it will display that comment for even longer. So it's very Twitch community style, where it's like people want to one up each other, and what you'll have is super fans that, like, one person will give a super chat and then the next person gives a bigger super chat, and they just keep supporting publicly. So it's fucking cool, and it's really fun to start focusing hardcore on your community by integrating them with the content. And to OG's whole thing earlier is like, you just can't do that on X. There's no version of it.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
So that's what's up. And I got a space that starts in 13 minutes and calls coming in. I was supposed to be somewhere, and I said, fuck it. I'm gonna do this. And then I even went earlier because if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna all the way do this. So
yeah,
this was fun.
We done did it. I'm the idiot that forgot the spaces link. So we'll get that fixed for next week. But I think for the reason, I think as long as we're able to advertise these streams in advance, I'm gonna try to plug out the carousel post, including it maybe tomorrow, just to include like the 2 streaming links. We'll probably include the subscription link as well in that. It'll be interesting to see because that's going to be a little bit of a different type of carousel post. And we'll just kind of get it going. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna say any closing remarks for the stream, anyone, but I don't think we have any closing remarks. We'll be back on Tuesday and next Friday as well, just so everyone knows, because for us, those were the 2 days.
Hey, actually, I feel like if Gobsuck does a room reset before we wrap this up on stream, that would be legendary.
Yeah. Let's do
it. Ayo. Damn, I don't know how to do it live, but it always starts off by let's get some hearts in chat for the boy. Let's go. Make sure if you haven't already, you're leaving a comment in this super chat. Whatever you gotta do. And you're going over to the spaces. Okay, you're leaving a like, you're leaving a retweet, whatever you gotta do. Oh man, I gotta fix it up so I can do it on a live stream. But like it's there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, nobody does it as fast as you do. Like that's impossible.
I just want to say, as someone who also likes to change their voice from time to time within the same sentence, it is a struggle to make sure your face also makes sense. Because otherwise, we're just there like,
bro. I was looking at my face, bro, and I could see like every vein in existence just popping out. Like,
is he okay? Did you drink enough water today? What's going on?
And by the way, for all of you guys that are here, like I appreciate you guys being here, and just think about this. Anytime you join another stream again, something I've learned along the way is like, I don't actually want to smile and nod for a fucking hour and a half, but it makes it better content. So you can, outside of everything else, you can level how you show up, and literally that makes it better content. This guy looking like a full like scary Tin Man or something, like it's more interesting content. And just like throwing emojis and giving funny takes and stuff like that. Look at him, he's just fucking dialed in. He's smiling and nodding. I feel like what I'm saying is better now because of what he was doing, and it will make it better because of what he's doing. So that's how you do it. Just cheese ass smile for as long as your cheeks let you do it.
Supportive. I gotta exercise these cheeks. No one say anything. No one say anything on that. But yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited to further develop this part of things because we suck at streaming. We got to get better. So
I don't even think it sucks. It's just like the fact that you're doing 2 at the same time. Like it's hard to cater to both audiences at the same time. Maybe like something I'm thinking about is like, do you do the stream the whole time or do you start with like an intro stream? I think it's like very easy to do streaming when you're just talking to your co-host or like dedicated panelists, but like when you're combining both at the same time, it's hard. So maybe like you're setting the table as live stream and like your ending is live stream, and then like the spaces is kind of just like the cream to the
also people can't get over the one profile, multiple voices thing.
Yeah.
Like that is across the board.
But
Everyone
that's on the wrong platform. It's like, listen, you get it.
Yeah.
It's not the same here because we're not just here. We're also there. The other thing is, when you started driving, did the first time you start driving a car, did you have that song cranked all the way up as you're learning how to parallel park and shit? No, because you were freaked out because it was new. And it's like, oh man, I better learn how to do this. And then did you have passengers and did you have conversations with them as you were doing it? But now, is it hard for you to drive a car with the passenger and listen to music at the same time and not crash? Like if you don't suck at driving, then no, it's not hard. But if you suck at doing this, it's hard. But then you get better, and then you stop sucking at doing all of this stuff, and you could do multiple things at
The
once.
content's way stickier. Like you can get like a 10-second clip out of something and have better content than someone with like an audio file.
Yeah.
So it's worth it. Even
and I also think that like this takes it next level, right? Like from a connectivity perspective, if you get the right people here, and if people like it turns into an actual like show where it's engagement, and like sitting and watching Sansa do his head bob, and Waj bouncing his pecs and all that stuff. Like, but like that, if I look at everybody in here, right, we're connected. Yes, Sansa, I got it. But like we're connected, and I think that that's what's really cool is if that then goes out to the people that are listening, if done properly and if can be brought out. Otherwise, like think about how many spaces where people just ramble and monologue and it's monotone, and there's like it's just a bunch of individuals up there. So like this concept is fascinating.
Yeah, it'll take time. We'll get better at it. Everybody will individually. Some people would be better than others, and some people, and this is why I want everyone to have the information, so that when somebody figures out some new little thing that others can emulate, that it's out there, like the carousels. People are going to use it in different ways. And when you actually start seeing some production value and segmentation and different ads. I listened to Jonah Blake last night without hesitation. Hantao said something about, oh, who's this space sponsored by? And on command, dude drops the sponsored by Stardust, blah, 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 blah. Didn't hesitate whatsoever. Is that what everybody should do? Who fucking cares? That's what Jonah should do. And if it works for him and he's monetizing his shit, and then that helps somebody else make that same move and they monetize their space, cool. So if somebody takes this live stream stuff and they do it better than I've ever dreamed of doing, thank God. Because it's hard to come up with absolutely everything out of nothing. And I'd much prefer see multiple people come at this with their own unique ideas and perspectives.
Yeah. That's why we're all about those carousel vibes, because people like fucking love it, and we're just diving in deep into those. But again, Chris, none of this would be possible without you. So really, I appreciate you, dude.
It's fun, man. I love it. All right, boys. Don't leave at this exact moment, but I'm going to click a button, and just for everybody that joins live streams, I'm going to click end in 2 seconds, and then don't leave. I've done